Welcome back to another episode of Live and On Cam. If you came to see Cam, you deserve to be on Cam. Ooh, I have a very special guest here with me. Usually, she's behind the camera a lot of the times, but I know you guys have seen her around. I've been posting her a lot, almost all the time. We're here with Ariel Milaan, aka show the shirt.
Swagstvr.
Woo!
Hey y'all.
I finally got my girlfriend on my podcast. That's crazy. How are you doing today, babe?
I'm good. Happy Valentine's Day.
It's Valentine's Day today, so I have my girlfriend with me. You know, like, she's one of the most creative. I love you. She's one of the most creative people I know, so, you know, I had to get her on the platform. And she was supposed to be my first interview, guys, but, you know.
Now you just lying.
Let me stop.
Now he's lying, y'all.
But, how are you feeling today, babe?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling loved. I'm excited to be here, finally. I'm always, like he said, behind the camera, but now I'm in front.
Yeah.
And I ain't leaving.
That's what I'm trying to say. So, how are you feeling today? How's the new year? I know it's been like 2 months in the I'm with her every day, so you know you guys are gonna get like her answers, but I know what's really going on.
How was the new year? The new year has been good for me. You know, a lot of big things. Launched my brand last year. Just did my first pop-up shop with Bronx Native. Shout out, Big Bronx. Yeah, that's me on his shirt.
Yeah.
He loves his girl. But the new year has been great. I've been balancing school and my business and family, you know, my relationship with my wonderful boyfriend, the star.
So how do you feel like that takes a toll on you? You know, just balancing different relationships. You know, having a business and going to school.
I think it's challenging sometimes, having to always show up and give yourself to whatever it is, the energy, like, you know, I think sometimes it can be rough, but the motivation keeps you going. We're very young. We talk about our future all the time, so, you know, you have to build it to get there. You can't just talk about it and be there. So you kind of just got to suck it up and get moving.
So let's start from the beginning. We're not going to talk about us too much, because they already know about us. So let's talk about, like, how was your childhood? How was growing up? Where did you grow up at? This is an interview, y'all, so I'm really an interviewer.
Yeah, he's going deep.
Yeah, I'm an interview.
Where did I grow up? Well, I grew up in the Bronx. I'm from Pelham Parkway, Mars Park area. I went to public school all my life. I grew up with a single mom. She did her damn thing. Shout out to mom. My grandmother as well. I actually grew up with my family for a long time, and then when I was in about 8th grade, me, my mom, my brother, we all moved into our own first apartment, and you know, it was just the three of us for a couple of years, maybe 4 or 5 years. My mom was always at work. I was in high school, so that means I was outside. I had the best time in high school.
Yeah, you better not have been wilding too much.
I wasn't wilding too much. Chill. I wasn't wilding too much. You know, most of that came after high school. But yeah, I enjoyed growing up. I had a really strong support system, even though all the family pieces necessarily might not have been there. I still came out on top.
So were you always a creative, like from young?
I would say I was, because like from when I was like 4 years old, my mom would let me like pick out my own outfits and stuff like that, and I always, you know, I had a whole phase where I would only wear boys' clothes, boxes and stuff like that, because I felt like boys had better graphics, you know, graphic designs on their t-shirts and stuff like that, and I used to be jealous.
I'm about to say, because rumor on the street was he was a tomboy.
Yeah. I'm a little boy, not even a tomboy. I'm definitely a boy. I want to have a son because I feel like that would really cater to like what, you know, that boy in me. But yeah, you know, you might catch me in heels, you might catch me in sweats. You might catch me in both. You know, I like to mix it up. So I would say I've always been a creative. And then in high school, towards my senior year, I started actually making my own pieces because I would see stuff that I like. Obviously, I'm in high school, so my bag isn't up there. So rather than having to buy it, I was like, let me get the materials. I'm going to try to make stuff myself. And then I just kept going with that until I really resonated with my brand and started pushing that, you know, myself.
So was, you know, you got the shirt, got the Swagstvr shirt on. You know, that's the name of the brand. But was it always Swagstvr, or was it something else before? Or was you just creating at the time and then it just boom came? Was it the aha moment?
I did have an aha moment with Swagstvr for sure. About in 2020, I did my first photo shoot as a model. Shout out Humble Hollywood. And I came to the set. I saw the girl. She was directing everything. She had her pieces. She had her model. And I was like, wow, I really admire that. Like, I want to be behind the camera. It's cool to be in front. It's cool to network as a model and get into different brands. But I want to be the brand. I want everyone wearing my clothes. So from that, I had started thinking about it. Like, what would I do? And I had came up with FSO for Fly only. And I wanted to push with that, and then out of nowhere one night, like, Swagstvr just came to me, logo and all, the 3 stars, the way it was aligned, it just came to me. And then I put it in my notes on my handy dandy iPhone. And
you should have bought the notebook.
Right, I got a sketchbook. Like, I have so much, I just kept building on it and just getting my ideas out on paper and getting my visions. I used to be at my old job when I was supposed to be working, drawing, like sketching outfits, stuff like that. And then finally, 4 years later, 2024, I finally dropped my first 3 pieces.
Shout out to you, dropping your first 3 pieces.
Yeah.
Was it hard? Like, well, not even say was it hard. I don't want to say what took so long, because everything is in God's timing. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I don't want to say why it took so long. But what was the process to finally get out those first couple of pieces?
I think the first year, because I say Swagstvr itself came to me maybe 2022, the end of 2022. It was a lot of ideas at first, like, visions, things. Literally, I've had pieces come to me in my sleep, like in my dreams, and I just wake up like, whoa, that would be fire. So I guess the confidence, just figuring out what exactly it was that you want to put out, especially when you're debuting, it's hard because you want to make like a really good first impression. And just figuring out what could work. Like, you may not have the skill set yet to create the things that you see. So something, there's so many times I wanted to, went to make a piece and it did not come out the way that I wanted it to, and it just kind of got scrapped, and it just felt like disappointing. It felt like a waste of time, a waste of energy. But also communicating with manufacturers depending on what it is you want to make. When I made my first beanies, I communicated with manufacturers for a couple of months, just trying to find the right rhinestone design that would last, be good quality. And then, was it 2023 actually?
Yeah, that's when you did
2023. December is when I did my beanie drop. That was the first thing I ever put out. It was just, the 3 simple stars here in rhinestone on a plain beanie. I got all my creative friends to get involved in the promo, and that was pretty dope.
Can I speak about my perspective from it?
Absolutely.
So, the beanie drop to me was like, I feel like that was like the gold product. Like, that was like, when she dropped the beanies, everybody was fiending. Even my mans was fiending. It was like, yo, bro, let her make a beanie. And I feel like that was like the
beanie was a good thing
off. The beanie was definitely like a great debut. And the promo vid was good too. And this is some advice I'm gonna give y'all, to all my creatives out there. The promo videos, it doesn't gotta be no Super Bowl blockbuster commercial.
We had a $10 stick from Target that we bought that day, and my phone.
Literally.
He was my videographer, and he just followed me around all day while I went to different locations.
Literally.
And that was it. And CapCut. Shout out CapCut.
Everybody loved it. Like, they still talk about the beanies to this day.
Yeah.
Like, she's moved on to different products. Of course, we don't talk about that. But the beanie was definitely that. Like,
a good staple. That's like my most, like, consistent, reliable. That's like reliable at this point.
Yeah, fact. I wish we had a beanie on right now.
I know. I should have brought one with this hairstyle.
I'll put it in the edits. We'll put it in the video. So, from the beanie, how do we get to the jeans now?
How did we get to the jeans? Just comes to you. Real creatives know it really does just come to you. Like, you just thrive off of that energy and things like that. For real though. You just thrive and you just try your hand. Like I said, I was making my own stuff in high school, and it wasn't like, oh, I made a design on something and then went to a shop and they printed it. Like, this was like rhinestone designs from hand. This was hand drawn, like graphics on leather jackets. So I know how to do that. I have a box full of materials. And I was actually inspired very much by my first jeans by my two closest friends, Holly and Carly. Shout out my sisters. I just used their personalities kind of to create a jean that I feel like would fit them, and, you know, use materials like that. We had went thrifting and everything, find like, you know, 3 good jeans that I could work from scratch. I do upcycling, not, you know, completely from scratch. One day we'll get there, but and yeah, I just bounced off of that. I figured 3 totally different personalities coming together, just it's like puzzle pieces coming together. And then I just kept having visions, and next I saw these beautiful jeans that our wonderful host has on today.
Good drip.
Croc embossed, rhinestone embossed, handmade graphics on the back. Yeah, get into it. Saw those as well and said, I gotta see it in person. The thought just wasn't satisfactory for me. I needed hands-on.
You know, the crazy thing is, I saw you do this. I was there when she was sewing, knitting.
He has been there many nights where the deadline is coming and it's got to get done.
Yo, listen, let me tell y'all something. Hold on, let me get my seat right. This woman is one of the most creative people I know in my life. Like, if I'm gonna put the jeans in the vid so y'all can really see what I'm trying to say. Like, seeing her night after night put this piece onto this and make this jean look like this. I got mad compliments today off these jeans, and I've been had these.
What?
I get compliments on these jeans every time, and they ask me who made it. My girlfriend made them. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, I feel like for some people it's hard being with somebody who's like also creative, because, you know, some people want to have that, like, their own show.
I have to admit, that's true. I've grown up spoiled. I grew up the first daughter, first granddaughter, first child. I'm firstborn, so I do have a little bit of spoiled syndrome. And sometimes, you know, it can be hard when we're bouncing back energy and it's like, you know, I want it to be about me right now. Sometimes, not all the time, because you also love your partner, you support them. But I'm glad that, you know, it's you and me talking right now, because he has really seen it. He knows I've been doing this before anybody.
Word.
Like, you know. So
since we talking about us there. So, do you want to tell the story? I'll tell my story. All right, boom. So, we've been friends for like years. We were friends. Like, we were like homies for like 5 years.
Yeah.
5-6 years. We were homies. And we used to work at the same job. Right? And we were like besties at that job. We were like freaking frack. Like, every day we were together. So I saw a lot of like, she was fly. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. Like, she was always fly, fresh J's, knew how to put things together. She would try new things. I remember when you first cut your hair. She cut her hair. She had the long hair, then she cut it. She had the 16? Curls.
Yeah, she freaking big chop.
Yeah, she did the big chop. She had the curls, but she was still fire. And I always knew that I wanted her, like, I liked her, but I respected our boundary of us being friends. A lot of y'all gonna say I was waiting and I was plotting, because I was. But at the end of the day, it worked out, and I respected her boundaries. But she was been fly. Like, I can't even lie. Like, she was one of the first people I really saw take the fashion stuff to a next level. I can't even hold you. Like, it was like 2020, 2021. COVID time, after COVID time, she was like dripped out, Rick, you know, wearing like a lot of the things y'all girls is doing now. Go back to her page, 2021, she was been doing that. So I gotta, you know, I gotta applaud you. You was been getting fly.
No shade.
From a long time. And I'm glad to have her on my podcast, because she's probably the flyest person I know, for real. And I'm not, fly doesn't mean, you know, I'm naming brands and stuff like that, but fly doesn't mean you gotta have the most expensive thing on.
Yeah.
That's not what fly means, you know, like,
it's how you put it on.
You feel me? And it's the confidence too. Like, when she would post pictures, I'd be like, you could feel it. Like, you felt the pressure through the flick, you know, like, you felt like, yo, she got that on. You know what I'm saying? And to see her now creating, I can applaud that because I was there before there was any Swagstvr.
It's true.
You know, and now to see her pop
Swagstvr
up,
new to the picture.
yeah, and now to see her pop up shopping, you know,
Right, first pop up.
yeah,
shop.
pop
It
up
was
shop.
great.
Shout out to Bronx Native, big up Bronx Native, for getting her situated with that one, and to, you know, have her on my platform. It's a pleasure to have my own girlfriend, you know,
yes.
on my platform.
yes.
She like my manager though. Like if y'all
Low-key.
knew, she dead like my manager. Like she be on the social media like, oh, this person would be good to have on the interview. That person we could have an interview. But then, you know, it's Valentine's Day, so I brought the love of my life on the interview.
Ian did. It's true. I feel like, you know, being in a relationship with a creative is definitely, you guys got to have the personality and the love got to be there.
Facts.
Because if you don't and you just focused on what you're doing and not building something together, it's not really you know, it's not a good thing.
Yeah.
I feel like we both benefit from each other's projects and things like that. I get to come here, hang out, meet whoever, you know, he interviews. And when he starts interviewing the big names, I'm valid in the spot. I was here from the beginning.
sure.
I'm valid in the spot. And vice versa. When I start, you know, creating and shooting with bigger names and, you know, working with people, he's valid in the spot. 'Cause we've been there from the jump. We stayed down till we came up.
Came up.
Me?
Yeah, that's a, like, and for me, I heard our link is bigger than like, just like brands and this and the podcast and stuff
We're
like
creatives,
that.
but that's
like,
a percentage
yeah, like
of
that's a small inkling of like who we are. Like more times it's like a friendship. Like this been my friend from
this man has pulled me up from the dirt.
Yeah,
He's
like
found me at my lowest because life is real. We're all humans.
Word.
You know, things happen, and he has watched me in my lowest. He has seen me hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
He has seen me looking crazy, crashing out, all the words. And it has nothing to do with him. It's just other things. And he's always been there for me. He's always supported me, uplifted me. Like, you can't trade that when you have that. And I think a lot of young people are so, like, into the look and the glitz and the glamour.
What it is.
And, oh, yeah, he buy me Birkin bag. Oh, yeah, he flew me out. Oh, yeah, he cheated on you.
Yeah.
Like,
but you know what's crazy?
He's violating you.
You know what's
like,
crazy?
This is a good man.
People will always hit me up on the gram and be like, yo, Cam, you know, like it should be more couples like y'all out there.
I wasn't sure where he was going.
Yeah, I knew you was looking.
Where you going with that?
But at the end of the day, it's like from some advice from me to the audience, to have a strong relationship, you really gotta have that friendship there, because if you don't, it's not gonna last, like at all. Like it's really not gonna last, and you guys are gonna have certain expectations for each other that you won't be able to reach because it's not realistic. Like I knew her from when we was like 16.
Yeah.
16, 17 to now we're 22, 23. I seen the maturation. You get what I'm saying? Like I've seen her in every part, so I know what to expect. You can't just meet somebody off the gram and think that, because you looking at them at their best every time. Like you're seeing them at their best every time. Like we went through like literally, I don't want to say like no money, but like we was there. We was there before it was any like fly stuff going on. Like we were dead there with each other. So like we know how that feel. You get what I'm saying? So the link is bigger than that. So how do you like? How does it feel like from your perspective? Like, you know, dating me. Like how does it feel? Like being with me. Like now that we both kind of deeper
my love for the world.
Like now that we deeper into the our creative stuff.
Boom. We've been dating for 3 years now. I'm very proud of him, obviously. I remember when he just bought his camera around this time last year.
Word.
I was interested to see where this was going to go, especially because when we first met, he had said, you know, he wanted to be a journalist, a sports analyst. Yeah. It's funny, my grandma just asked today, you don't want to do that no more? But, you know, so to see him get into the creative world, at first it was an adjustment. Like, I'm keeping it real. Like, I was jealous. I did feel some type of way when I would see him, like, doing stuff or, like, taking pictures, especially with females, because it's, like, usually it's just me and him.
Hey, hold on. Sorry. I'm just going to check if it's done. Alright, we still good. Continue. I can edit that part out. Continue.
Restart and boom. You know, I was jealous. It was me and him usually, and now other people would come into the picture, other females, ladies, y'all know how that gets. So it was an adjustment period. him starting his podcast, you know, hearing him say like, oh, I like this as a creative, I want to, you know, do an interview with her or do an interview with him, and not take it as a way of, you know, he's doing too much or, you know, he's on their body, and more of a, he sees this benefiting him, you know, as a creative. So that was different. But being with him as a whole has been a learning experience. I was ready to take on the streets before he came in my life. Like, I just left out a bad situation and I was just like, I'm done. Like, I'm young, I'm turned, I'm hot, my skin is tight, I will never be this young again. Like, we outside. And he came literally two months before the summer. We started dating in June. Yeah, facts. He came and he you know, helped me. I would say in a way he saved me. Like, I do believe God sent him in my life to take me from
babe. Oh, I love you. I love you. I
love you too. Taking me from like that bad energy and that bad space of what it could have got into, you know, into a more loving and light place. You know, he has so much patience with me because I am a rock hard Aries, like through and through. Annoyed, stubborn, angry, like, you know, I'm obviously a sweet girl, but those traits are very loud, and he has patience with me. As you know, I don't have that much patience with him, unfortunately. I could admit that. I'm working on it though. I think I've, you know, gotten better. I think we're maturing and we're growing, and also just getting past those hurdles of being scared as a young person in their early 20s to being committed so early, because you never know where life will take you.
Word. I feel like that's another thing I was gonna say too.
Yeah.
It is kind of, at first for me, I think we went to dinner one time. We went to dinner, and we were talking about that, like just how we would navigate with both of our careers. And now it's like, I feel like in the past couple of months, like now it's like it's getting a little serious now.
Yeah.
In the sense of like what's going on, like the podcast is getting its traction.
Every day, literally, it's like we're going band for band with opportunities.
Yeah.
Yo, we about to do this. Yo, I'm about to do that. Yo, I'm about to do this. Yo,
really,
I'm about to do
like
that.
every day is like something new. Like I got a photo shoot. She may have a new clothes she want to style somebody in, or she may walk in like a fashion show. Like it gets like that too. Like like she's such a like multifaceted person. It could get like that. It could go from the brand to now she gotta walk in a fashion show or do this for modeling for that or so and so. And at first for me it was a little bit overwhelming because I never dealt with a girl like that. Like I never was with a girl that had that much going on to the point where it was like, oh shoot, like she could get on with this. You get what I'm saying? And it was a little bit intimidating. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm gonna just be totally honest. It was a little bit intimidating. But another thing is you gotta trust your partner and understand that they're not gonna use their gift, like that God-given talent, for evil. Like that's really what it is. Like you gotta trust that, yo, she's not gonna go out and walk in a fashion show but maybe scoop a guy or take a
like
guy's,
get picked up and somebody who has
you get what I'm saying, or somebody who
has
got
a name
clout
already,
you know what I'm saying,
woo me out of my spots.
And for all, like, you know, like everybody watching, like that clout stuff is a facade, bro. Like them followers, all that stuff don't pay no bills, bro. Like that that's not real.
The numbers is cute, you know, for like the moment, but then when you get to know these people, they be like lame, especially the men.
Whack,
like
bro.
No shade. I mean, I only dealt with men, but for the most part, any man that I have in the past talked to that has had some type of stature or something going on, like they be lame and weird.
Fact.
Like,
same with the girls, bro.
Bougie. They be feeling like you gotta kiss up to them, and it's like, no, you need to kiss up to me.
But yeah, like I feel like it's fun though. It's fun dating somebody who's creative because, like, she'll do like the Bronx Native pop-up shop that she just did about 2 weeks ago. I was talking to new people too, like networking with new people while she was selling her clothes. You get what I'm saying? Or when I have a new like artist or designer come up, she'll speak to them and get advice and tips and tricks. Like, we both benefit from what we do, like you said earlier in the interview.
And even
like,
more so with that, I feel like we both get a high. Like, yesterday was a perfect example. We did, he was the photographer, I was the designer. We had my friend model. Shout out to Crystal.
I just want to check Crystal. Keep. Oh, we're still going. All right, let's go. Continue.
I'm gonna say it again.
Yeah.
Bouncing off of what he just said too, like, we get like a high when we work together. It feels crazy. Like, yesterday we did a shoot. He was the photographer. I designed for my friend who was a model, and we were there taking the pictures, and he would show me, and I was just like, yo, like, these ones is tough.
Yeah,
and
we
he was
work
like,
well
yo,
together.
check this out. And I was like, yo, like, because I'm excited because it's my piece. He's excited because it's his work, and it's coming together. I'm telling you, if we have a child, it's gonna be a golden child.
Nah, for real.
That
like,
baby is going to be
we work well.
everything. Because
but you know what's the crazy thing is? Like, both of our moms is into like art and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
both of them.
Yeah, like both
creative.
of our moms are like very creative, and they knew each other before we got together, kind of.
So they say.
So they say. That's what they say.
They say they look familiar because they both work in the education.
They both work in education.
System, but they don't have a pin.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah.
On my birthday, they was like, "Oh my gosh, I knew each other forever," whatever. That's what they say.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I feel like it's
hereditary.
Yeah, and it's fun to work. Like, we work well together. Like, honest, if I could work with anybody for the rest of my life, it would be her, because I know how she works. I know now I'm learning how she wants the pictures taken, or like, the certain stances, poses, and this, that, and the third. Like, I know what she wants it to look like, so it's easy for me to like work around that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
And it's also the comfort is there where like I could tell him what I want to. Like, some people can't come up to you and just like, yo, start grabbing your camera, like, yo, do this.
Yeah.
Me, I have those special privileges.
Yeah.
I could be like, yo, bring it down a little bit, come up, or like even just being comfortable to say, okay, I don't like this, because that's also hard sometimes. When you're new, you're working with someone new, you don't want to step on their toes, so you kind of just take what they give you, even though it's not what you're looking for. But that barrier is long gone. We're not leaving until we both are fulfilled.
With the work. And it took a minute though. It did take a minute. Like, this is one thing I'm gonna like give some advice to. If you're dating someone who's a creative, like, understand that like you're breaking a new barrier in your relationship that is like, it's rarely not broke a lot. Like, a lot of people don't do, like, it won't be like, say, all right, we both worked like job, we just work, each other's schedule, nothing crazy. Like, each other's schedule. Now it's like, she'll be like, oh babe, so and so just happened, like, I'm about to model for so and so and so, and it's like, like, it just happens, like, and that stuff is just sporadic. Like, it's not scheduled, like, it's just sporadic. So it just happens, and you gotta go with it. You know what I'm saying? And you have to understand that this is an opportunity for her to change her brand, and possibly, like, this is another thing too, like, this stuff isn't little. It helps to build up for something big, and you don't know where that big moment can possibly be. You get what I'm saying? So you gotta, like, I see it as, this is my friend. This is first my friend before my girlfriend. And she has her own dreams that she wants to see and fulfill. So I can't be on some, yo, babe, you can't do this because so-and-so is gonna be there. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's just... I wish
I could say I was all the way where he is with that. He's definitely has been more patient when it comes to that kind of stuff. Me as a female is... it's been an adjustment. Just seeing, like, stuff, like you said, the sporadic, because I don't like sporadic. I don't like stuff like, don't spring nothing on me. Like, you were supposed to be at work and going home. Now you telling me you going to Brooklyn to do what? Like, I would get tight behind that. I can't even lie. Sometimes. But, like he said, realizing that this is a person before you. Because me, once I see you, like, once you're with me, you being my boyfriend, is like, you're my boyfriend in my head. So it's like, it's not like I own you, of course not, but it just feels like you're my boyfriend. Like, I see you like this. Oh, that's my boyfriend. Like, that's my boyfriend. A little possessive, So getting over those types of things is a little bit harder for me to swallow. But I feel like I've come a long way. I remember the first time I was gonna walk in a show, and I told him, was it that I was walking or was it that I was assisting? Either way, it was an adjustment. It was like, what is the nature of the relationship?
Yeah, facts.
What are you guys going to be doing?
Yeah.
It was multiple times now that I'm coming out to, you know, hang out with someone of the opposite gender. It can be a little bit.
Yeah, she was out a little minute.
Yeah, it can be a little rocky sometimes, trying to figure that out and navigate that as a couple, and vice versa. You know, him when he, you know, finding new female friends who are in the photography and coming around.
Yeah,
you know,
like for me, I wasn't into the fashion stuff at that time yet. Like she was just bringing me along to the shows. Like she would go to a fashion show, I would just come along just to support her. It was still
my first time too. The funny thing is, you know, so it's like even though I may have kind of been into it, I was still experiencing it for the first time at the same time. Like it was very new for both of us.
Yeah, but from my perspective, I was into fashion and clothes, but like not like her. Like she was making clothes and like she was watching, like she'd be watching Hermes fashion show from 1991, crazy. Like she was learning the game. Like I really wasn't there yet at the time. And truth be told, I never really had much interest at that time because it was her thing. Like I'm a type of person, and I feel like I'm still getting over this in our relationship, is I'm a type of person where if it's her thing, I'm not gonna step into her world because that's her thing. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to look like a biter. Like you got your own thing going on, you got the clothes. That's what she want to do, so
that's
I'm gonna
our only boundary. I won't start a podcast. He won't start a brand.
Yeah, I won't start no brand. Like right now, that's not what's going on. Like she got a brand, and she not stepping into my world. But the crazy thing is, the worlds just coincide though.
Yeah. No, we'll always be together, but not like I'm not gonna go buy.
Like that's a fact.
Like make a page of like a portfolio.
No, but what I'm saying is like the world's like they, you know, like you can't have no fashion show, no photographers.
Oh no, that's absolutely.
Yeah,
we're always gonna
like
be together, just not in the same
thing
at the same time. Because I feel like sometimes that can, if you have a little bit competitive side to you,
it kind of makes the relationship.
Unless you're like, I feel like it comes with a certain level of maturity, growth, and just being with your partner for a long time to get to that level where you're like more of a supporter and not taking it for like. Damn, because you know, if I came in with a camera like, yo babe, I'm about to start doing shots, now we gonna be competing kind of for who we working with, and the same opportunities that we're doing together at the same time, you know, we can start to really step on each other's toes that way. But now let's say we go to a event together, he's the photographer, he meets a model, yo, let me take some shots of you, and then I'm like, yo, I think you would look good in something I wear. Now it's working with the same person, but it's different. We're not, it's not like who's taking better photos or who's rocking the piece harder, you know, stuff like that.
So what, you know, we just gave y'all like a brief, like not even brief, like y'all got a really good, you know, perspective of our relationship from both sides and like the history and stuff. Back to the brand. So what are some plans? Not some, you don't got to really give everybody, you know, what you got going on this year, but what are some, you know, things that you may want to accomplish for this year? You know, like what are certain things you have on your mind, people you may want to work with, brands you may want to work with?
All right, let's see. Number one, I want to learn how to use a professional sewing machine. I have one. I have not started to use it yet. You know, procrastination, call it whatever. So I would really like to get that down packed so I can start making quality pieces from scratch. That's a big goal of mine this year. Secondly, God willing, I'd like to put on my first show. If I could do a little show or something during next fashion week, next September, that would be dope to me if I had the opportunity. I'm not going to just do anything because I do hold myself and my brand up to like a standard where I don't just grab what's available, but if a good opportunity like the pop-up shop just comes to me, you know, I'm going to take it. Who would I like to work with? I like to start doing some more male pieces because I do have a lot of people, your friends, so it's looking
the guys do be asking for,
and I do make guy pieces, but I'm, you know, as a female, it's just easier because I have old clothes that I could just make into something and then have any of one of my friends model it and it's gonna eat, you know. For male pieces, I would have to go out, really search, thrift, find male stuff to, you know, upcycle. But I think that would be cool to integrate a little bit, you know, do some
pieces.
more. Just stay committed. Obviously, you know, life is real. I'm in school full time in a medical program, so that's very rigorous right now.
I'm trying to be a stay-at-home dad, yeah.
Yeah, there's a bigger picture here, so, you know, it's kind of like committed to both, but once I graduate, I'm going full force Swagstvr. Y'all gonna be tired of me. Y'all gonna be tired of me. It's cool, I'm gonna let y'all have y'all little turns right now, yup, but when I come, baby, it's up.
So do you do, well, I know this, but they don't know this. Do you do like custom pieces that somebody can they text you what they may want, or do you maybe go off like an old piece and say like, yo, this is what I can do? Or see with the shirt, you know, with this, like, can people just buy this straight graphic tee?
So I feel like with me starting as a new brand, I'm still trying to figure out the business aspect of how to, you know, conduct sales. I know that I do like to create pieces off a whim of things that come to me that manufacturers may or may not be necessarily able to do. I also don't have the time or resources to go back and forth with manufacturers, because you can spend a lot of money before finding that person who's going to give you what you're looking for. So I tend to make things on my own, and that gives me a very limited catalog. But you can just, definitely, if you DM us on Instagram, show me what you want, if you want something specific, or if it's just an event. Hey, it's my birthday. Hey, it's my wedding. Hey, I want to do a photo shoot. This is the vibe. What can you bring to the table? And I'm going to bring it. Like, there's no doubt about that. I'm going to bring it. So yes, I do custom pieces, but then I also do little you know, basic pieces, like a little shirt, the beanies, things that are easy to obtain and kind of reproduce on my own, rather than just hitting up people in China and having them ship it over to me. Like, I'm very connected to my work. I've touched all my pieces. I may have poked myself with a needle that, all right, don't put that. I think I'm spreading this.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
But real spell, like, you know, I'm blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
So how can the people reach you? You know, give them the socials.
How can the people reach me? If you want to reach me, that's SWAGSTVR on Instagram. VR. I know it's Swagstvr. That's the brand. Unfortunately, some bozo took the name, so I had to put a V.
Really?
Yeah, somebody has a name.
I never even knew that.
And it's some dead account. I can't stand that. I tried to report it a couple of times, you know, nothing. So it's SWAGSTVR on Instagram. Or Ariel Milaan on Instagram as well, if you're interested in modeling and things like that only. But yeah, find me. I'm there. TikTok, everything. Once you get to that first page, everything else is going to follow, and you could just hit me directly through there. I run the account myself. Nobody works with me, so I'm going to get you right.
Babe, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming up on my platform. I appreciate you so much. This is going to happen again at a later time.
Yes, this is just the first one. This was
like the first interview. We just trying something. And I feel it was a success. I enjoyed this.
I did too.
I enjoyed this.
It's not like nothing we don't talk about.
And if you came to see Cam, you deserve to be on Cam. Enjoy your Valentine's Day. If you're spending with your loved one, watch this with your boyfriend or girlfriend or whoever you're with.
Get inspired.
Get inspired.
Feel seen.
Exactly.
Because we kept it real. I didn't lie. I told you what it is.
Very vulnerable in this interview. Thank you for watching Live and on Cam. If you came to see Cam, you deserve to be on Cam. Hit my lovely girlfriend for any of your custom pieces if you want to model, you know.
Yes, always looking for models, opportunities,
you get what I'm saying?
That. It can work.
Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll be back next week.